Connection and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gonna take a shot. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown time! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Pocket breaking down. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Holmes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
To the air on 1st down. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
Looking to buy time. On the move, he fires. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. He tries to take the top off. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's not where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up on tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sacks? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback may change this route. Needs a big completion on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
4th down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Release to the back. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on 3rd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now on the move. There he goes. It's a seam wide open. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game.
When your run game's working like this early in the game, man, it makes everything so easy. And after big runs like that, watch for this offense to come back and attack some play action down the field.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones. And you got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays and the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can take it.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. This offense is aggressive on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, looking to pass. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He's in open space downfield. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Leaves it with the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now.
There he goes. Turning it on. Inside the touchdown, Alabama. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. He gets it in there for the 2-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Webster. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Got his man quickly. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And on third down, QBs just have to play a little bit faster. You're anticipating blitz. You know you're probably going to have to get rid of this football just a little bit sooner. I think the quarterback held on to it just a tad long, and that helped lead to the incompletion.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We are just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. There's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go.
And that's the start you absolutely talked about and discussed in the locker room. This defense, they didn't have a lot of success in the first half. They needed some good things to go their way, get a stop, create some momentum. Great first drive by this defense. Now their offense has got to put some points on the board.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keep.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. He might want another play. To the air, it's Russell. Caught over the middle, it's Horton. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. to the line. Motion from the wideout. Third down play from the gun. Got a man. It's Horton. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They'll run for it. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Leaves it with the back. Oh, better look out. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
On the option. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the third. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Russell. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, the QB and receiver are trying to hook up there on a curl route, but the DB just had better coverage and he knocked it away.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Horton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's Hale. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in, it's Williams. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wide receiver. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Alabama with a first down play to start us off here in the fourth. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They want to throw it. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Bama! They move on top here in the fourth. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort.
Oh, he's got some space. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Seminoles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Tosses it incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
aggressive and go for it. But in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking. It's harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Going for the big play. And he will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Castellanos. Quarterback adapting. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds. As long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Snap in the shotgun. Steps away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grab near the marker. It's Blackwell. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We've got to be aggressive. We've got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down to make sure that's an incompletion.
For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Catch in the middle. It's Williams.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The A-Nassstyyy can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. Quick completion on the out route. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball.
Looking for the end zone. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Touchdown time. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Guys are starting to separate themselves a little bit now, and it could get ugly if there's no answer coming up.
Nail, meat, coffin. You know, we're supposed to keep everybody involved in this game, right? Keep them excited, a reason to tune in. Well, I don't got one. This is over.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. So now things a bit harder after that delay of game penalty, and now you got to worry about getting it out of the shadow of your own goalpost. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Castellanos. He's going up top here late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. 4th down. He'll try to toss it. Buys a little time. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
And you got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play.